Hello everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new 2013 Lexus IS300 Hybrid. And today's review is taking place at Kelly Motor Group, situated in Letterkenny, County Donegal. For all contact information in regards to dealership, please see the description box below. So in today's review, we'll be looking at the interior of the car. I'll explain how all the features work. So start up, look at the engine, go over the performance data, and take a look around the exterior. So let's get started. You got your 4 electric windows, as well as power folding exterior mirrors, as well as your lock and unlock. It has a nice combination of black leather as well as black Tahara fabric interior. The new IS comes with a completely keyless ignition system, so just keep the key fob about your person or in the vehicle, about your foot on the brake, and hold in the push button ignition to start. Right now the electric motor is on. If I just tap the accelerator, fires up the main engine. It has a black leather wrap electrically power assisted steering wheel with excellent feedback. It's very smooth. It's also got very nice sporty thumb grips, as well as white stitching to match. It comes with a 6-speed automatic transmission, so you set between park, reverse, neutral and drive. And when in drive you can push it over into sport mode and shift manually from there. Or you can use the race inspired paddle shifters mounted on the back of the steering wheel. This car has a foot operated parking brake. Push it once to release, and then just push it all the way to the floor to engage it. Also on the steering wheel you have your multifunction controls for the radio off to the left, as well as your hands-free phone controls and voice command. And off the right you got your trip computer controls, and down below here you got your cruise control. Has very good sound quality. We just scroll the wheel down here in the center console. You can go through all the radio stations. So we'll show you a few of the different features. We click menu and operate everything via this wheel. You can go through everything such as your audio, your display, your climate control and the general setup for the car. So if we go into climate, for example, you can use the wheel and operate the fan speeds. Then you can choose having automatic modes, your different fan speeds, as well as different zone selection. And you can adjust your temperature from here. And of course everything can be operated manually down here using just the buttons. And everything is displayed on the digital screen. And this little aluminium strip here, now this is a cool new feature they've added to the Lexus range. I just scroll my finger up, that adjusts the temperature. Very nice. And then you got all your fan controls, automatic, recycling, front and rear defrosting, and so on. That's basically the climate control system. If you go back into the menu, you can go through your telephone. You can just set your phone up to the Bluetooth system in the car from here. Go into the car's main menu. Now this shows you things such as the car's energy motor to show you which thing is doing any work at any given time. So say for example if you look at this when you're driving along, it'll tell me the performance and the status of the engine or the electric motor. As you can see, at the moment the car's engine is running. So we just tilt it to the right here, you can click energy, which is the menu we are in there. You can go through the trip information. It shows me everything here, all the status of the car, your elapsed time, current range, average speed and fuel consumption. It's a very simple system. And then you can just go through the vehicle's past record. So if we go back into the menu again, got your general information on the car. If you go to setup, basically sets up everything, all your general settings, voice command settings, Bluetooth, audio, vehicle. Everything's very easy to use. And now if we just go over to the display, you can turn off the screen, just tap it, and then to turn it back on, just click the menu button. Then you go into the general settings. You can adjust the color and brightness of the screen, different contrast settings. You can go through a sample screen, and you can also go through the color bar, which is what we were just in. So those are really all the basic menus throughout the vehicle. If you click audio just off here to the left, it brings you back to the main radio. It's a very simple system, easy to use, not overly complicated. Lexus have also put the very nice analog clock into the vehicle. Now down here you got your different modes for driving. So you got economy mode, which is all the way off to the left. It just highlights up on the screen. If you push the dial down, it goes into normal road mode, and then if you click it over to the right, as you can see, the left dial changes, and that puts the car in sport mode. Now at the moment the car has just turned the engine off because I went back into economy mode. And then down here you got 3 different buttons. You can turn off the traction control, you can also put the car in snow mode, and then EV mode. When you engage that, basically what it does is it runs the car off the electric motor. 2 integrated cup holders, also has a leather armrest. Underneath we find a nice handy storage area, all padded, has a 12-volt power outlet, as well as your iPod connectivity. The interior of the IS is a lovely place to be. It's comfortable, it's spacious. Everything has a very nice quality touch and feel to it. You even have bits of leather going up around the dash here. It's a nice car. Got your vanity mirrors, also illuminated for the driver and passenger, as well as your standard interior illumination, as well as your motion sensor. Seats are very comfortable and supportive, plenty of side upholstering. As I mentioned, they are half leather. So let's go ahead and take a look at the back seats. Off to the sides of the doors here, as you can see, it's got a ventilation system just for the rear passengers. Legroom back here is quite good, as is the headroom. You've got storage pockets in the back of each front seat, as well as rear ventilation. And even though this car has a center seat, it's impossible to use it because, as you can see, the transmission tunnel bulges all the way up. It does have a center mounted armrest with 2 integrated cup holders. Very nice vehicle. And I should also mention down to the right here you got your odometer chip computer. So we'll just turn on the vehicle's power, as well as the headlights. They're also automatic. Front and rear fog lights, as well as the hazards. All 4 windows are fully automatic. And we'll take a look around the exterior. The exterior colour is called Satin Silver. Lexus have completely redesigned the IS from the previous generation. It now has a much more aggressive front fascia. Has a very wide front grille. And also there's some evidence that this car is a hybrid. Traditionally what Toyota and Lexus will do to mark the car as a hybrid is they'll get the badge and they'll just do this kind of blue colour accenting around it. Completely redesigned the headlamps. Very distinctive look. Has bi-xenon projector headlamps, and this little strip down here is your main LEDs. Also has chrome accented headlamp washers, as well as your lower fog lamps. It has 17-inch alloy wheels sitting on Bridgestone tyres. this car is a 4-wheel independent suspension with double wishbones up front, as well as front and rear stabilizer bars. It also has the same multi-link rear suspension used on the 4th generation Lexus GS. The IS also comes with 4-wheel power assisted discs. It also comes with a 4-sensor and 4-channel anti-lock braking system. It also has electronic brake force distribution, otherwise known as EBD. Up front, the ventilated discs measure 11.6 inches, and in the rear they measure 11.4 inches. The rear of the new IS also has its own very unique design to make it stand out on the road from other saloons. As you can see, the taillights stream off onto the side of the car. LEDs. Also has an integrated third brake light. Boot space is fairly decent. Has 13.8 cubic feet of room. Enough room in here for any average everyday sized items you may be carrying. The rear seats also fold completely flat in a split 60/40. And as you can see, even with the rear seats folded completely flat, there is quite a big ledge left behind, so it's a bit inconvenient if you're trying to load large items into the car and shove them towards the back. The overall length of the new IS is 183.7 inches. It has a width of 71.3 inches with a total height of 56.3 inches. The wheelbase is 110.2 inches. Body lines stream very nicely from the rear all the way into the front fenders. Even the side skirts have their own unique design. It's also got LED indicators integrated into the side wing mirrors. So just put up the window and turn off the exterior lighting. Put the lights into automatic mode. Bonnet release. And also off to the side here you got your boot release. The engine is a 2.5 litre 4-cylinder combined with Lexus hybrid drive. Altogether this produces 219 horsepower, which makes it a bit more powerful than the IS300 version of this car. It has a top speed of 125 miles per hour and can get 65 miles to the gallon. It also produces 221 foot-pounds of torque with a 0 to 60 time of 8 seconds. And coming up now, I'm going to give you a brief explanation of how a hybrid system in a car works. The way a hybrid system works is actually very simple. You got your standard powerful gasoline engine up front, but there's also an electric motor which at low speeds is what powers the car. So let's say if you're driving around a town, city or village, you create no CO2 emissions and there's no noise from the car whatsoever. But when you put your foot down on the open road, the gasoline engine is what powers the car. Now, unlike a conventional electric car, you don't have to plug this into the wall and charge it for 13 hours. Instead, what the engine does is it actually charges up the electric motor. This here is really what defines it as a hybrid, the engine charging the electric motor. So in order to fuel this car, all you simply do is just go to the petrol station, put petrol in, and that's it, just like any other vehicle. And also, as shown you earlier, you can see in this graph, you go into the car's trip computer and you can monitor the energy motor, and that will show you at any given time which is powering the car, the engine or the electric motor itself. Finish up the review now. One thing I forgot to mention earlier, although this is probably obvious because most cars have it, it's got a manual rake and reach steering rack. Really adjustable, and just pull the handle back up. The new IS is a very interesting car. The exterior styling is very unique. It certainly stands out from most saloons on the road. It has a very aggressive front fascia, and also the rear is very well designed as well, with the way the rear taillights actually taper off into the side of the vehicle. The overall interior is lovely as well. Comes with good technology, very good equipment, and everything is very easy to use, as I was demonstrating earlier. Seats are very comfortable, it's spacious and practical. A couple of other things I should tell you. The new generation of the IS doesn't actually have any diesels available, which is very unusual because diesel cars are the best selling ones in Ireland and the UK. So the only engines that are available are the 2.5 litre V6 from the IS250 and the IS350, which has the 3.5 V6, and then you have the 300 hybrid, which we have here. All cars are available with an automatic transmission. I believe all the transmissions are 6-speed autos. If you get the IS350 with 4-wheel drive, you can only have that with the 8-speed automatic transmission. There's also a 4-wheel drive version available for the 250 as well. But overall, the new generation of the IS certainly looks promising. It's definitely a rival for the Mercedes C-Class and the BMW 3 Series, so it should do very well taking them on. Has, as I mentioned, a very nice interior. It's a lovely place to sit. It's comfortable, spacious, very good all-round visibility. And overall, just an excellent car. You can also get this car with the F-Sport kit, and what's also good about that is you can actually have the F-Sport kit on the hybrid. And you can also get this car with a few other things such as the premium and luxury pack, which basically adds some more technology into the vehicle. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this full in-depth tour of the all-new 2013 Lexus IS300 Hybrid. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe, and please stay tuned, there's plenty more videos to come. Thanks for watching everyone.